Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my presentation. I'm Hafiza Sabrina from Master's Degree Program in Management, University of Indonesia. I would like to present our study entitled The Effect of CEOs' Overconfidence and Education on Cash Holding, a study of non-financial companies in Indonesia during 2019. This study is conducted by me and under the supervision of my lecturer, Mr. Arif Wibisono Lubis. Without further ado, let's begin with the presentation. This presentation will be divided into 5 sections. It will start with introduction and continue with literature review, research method, results, and conclusions. First is introduction. Cash holding is one of the most important financial policy for a company. Companies with optimal cash holding levels can be more prepared for unexpected situations. For example, financial crisis caused by COVID-19 pandemic. Based on previous literature, companies with optimal cash holding can use their cash to fund companies' needs during crisis, when the other companies need to collect cash first. There are many factors that influence companies' cash holding. Upper echelon theory stated that companies' decisions are influenced by CEOs' characteristics, such as CEOs' cognitive and psychological aspects. Based on previous study, CEOs' decision related to cash holding is influenced by overconfidence. CEO doesn't always behave rationally when making a decision. They often display excessive optimism and trust, known as overconfidence. Another factor that influences CEO's cash holding decision is education. According to Hambrick and Mason, formal education is the most important basis for cognitive orientation. Education is obtained in the early stage in life that it highly affects a person's character and cognitive orientation. Previous studies shows that CEOs' fields of study and education levels can influence companies' cash holding. Education also influences overconfidence. Given the relationship between education, overconfidence, and cash holding, CEOs' education can have moderating effects on the relationship between overconfidence and companies' cash holding. Nowadays, only limited studies discuss the effect of CEOs' characteristics on cash holding in Indonesia. Meanwhile, according to Yates et al., Asian people, including Indonesian, tend to be more overconfident than Americans and Europeans. Based on these arguments, the study examines the influences of CEOs' overconfidence, 3 fields of study, and undergraduate and postgraduate education levels on cash holding in Indonesia, and whether those CEOs' fields of study and education levels have moderating effects on the relationship between CEO overconfidence and cash holding. Next, we will go into literature review. Based on previous research, overconfidence can have positive and negative effects on cash holding. The positive effect caused by overconfident CEO hold more cash for their investment needs since they prefer to use internal fund. This leads to a higher company cash holding level. The negative effect caused by overconfident CEOs spend cash on investment and they tend to overinvest. This cost leads to a lower cash holding level. Previous research has found that CEO's field of study affects the company's cash holding. A study by Moonhan and So shows that cash holdings in South Korean companies are influenced by their CEO's field of study. Companies with CEOs who study in business and science or engineering hold less cash than companies with CEOs who study in other fields. Research on the effect of social and law fields of study on cash holding has never been done before. However, Parker, Tree, and Muller found differences in R&D spending on CEOs with different fields of study. Based on that results, we expect that social and law field of study can have different influence on companies' cash holding. Previous literature shows that education levels can have positive and negative effects on cash holding. The positive effect caused by higher educated CEO tend to be more risk-averse and conservative. They are more open to innovation and investment opportunities so that they hold more cash for precautionary motive. Other previous research found the opposite result, that higher educated CEO tend to take more risks. Because of that, they don't really hold cash for precautionary motive, while they have high R&D and investment needs. This leads to a lower company's cash holding level. As I stated before, education also influences overconfidence. School and Tony found that there are differences in the level of confidence in students with different fields of study. These differences can cause different effects of field of study on overconfidence. Level of education also influences overconfidence. Based on previous study, CEOs with higher education levels are more overconfident. By considering the influence of fields of study and education levels on overconfidence, and the influence of education and overconfidence on cash holding, we predict that CEOs' field of study and education levels have moderating effects on the relationship between overconfidence and cash holding. Next is research method. The sample of our study consists of 384 non-financial companies listed on Indonesia Stock Exchange. The study focuses on year 2019. Our sample consisted of firms that have positive equity, full CEO's tenure in 2019, and accessible, complete, and clear data of all variables needed. The financial data collected from firms' 2019 annual reports and Thomson Reuters. CEO's education data collected from annual reports, supplemented with additional information from internet if there was a lack of data. The dependent variable in this study is cash holding, which was measured by dividing cash and cash equivalent with total assets. The study's independent variable is CEO's overconfidence. The CEO's overconfidence measurement was based on the industry-adjusted investment rate by Vivian and Su. Industry-adjusted investment rate is the difference between investment rate of the firm and the average investment rate of industry. The investment rate of the firm is the ratio of capital expenditure to the beginning year of the property, plant, and equipment. We classified CEO as overconfident if the company's IAIR is in the top quintile of the company's list. CEO education variable acts as independent as well as moderating variable. It consisted of the field of study and formal education level of CEO. The study classified the CEO field of study into three, namely business and economics, science and engineering, and social and law. We use dump variable for each variable with value 1 if CEO ever took that certain fields of study and value 0 if otherwise. CEO education level was divided into two, undergraduate and postgraduate. The postgraduate level consists of master's and doctoral levels. We also use dump variables for education level with values 1 if CEO has last degree of that certain education level and value 0 if otherwise. There are 5 interaction variables between overconfidence and education variables, namely OCX Eco, OCX Science, OCX Social, OCX Undergrad, and OCX Postgrad. The study used control variables that are included in regression models from Chen Ho and Ye 2020 and Moonhan and So 2020, with the condition that data is available, complete, and clear. The control variables in this study are company size, operating cash flow, capital expenditure, net working capital, leverage, dividend, and industry risk. The measurement of all control variables can be seen on the slide. The study adapts the regression model of Chen Ho and Ye and Moonhan and So. The regression model can be seen on the slide. The table presents results of our regression. We performed 6 different regression models to see the stability of the results. The results of the regression are, first, the regression results are considered stable in all 6 models. Second, CEO's overconfidence has a significant positive effect on cash holding in all regression models that include this variable. And third, all 3 fields of study, undergraduate and postgraduate levels, and all 5 interaction variables do not have significant effects in all models that include the variables. From the result, we can conclude that, first, CEO's overconfidence has significant positive effect on cash holding. This is caused by overconfident CEO hold more cash to fund their high investment needs since they prefer to use internal fund. Next, CEO's fields of study and education level have no significant effect on cash holding. This is due to CEO's education influence decreased after CEO graduated. Other factors such as experience and environment may have more influence in CEO's current condition. Last but not least, CEO's field of study and education level have no moderating effect on relationship between CEO's overconfidence and cash holding. This can be caused by overconfidence change over time. CEO's education influence to overconfidence may decrease after CEO graduated and not significant with CEO's current condition. There are several limitations of this study. First, the research period is limited to year 2019. Second, the control variables are limited to the ones used in the regression models of Chen Ho and Ye 2020 and Moon Han and So 2020 with the condition that data is available and clear. The study cannot use some variables such as R&D due to the availability of data in Indonesia. Third, the assessment of CEO overconfidence is limited to an assessment using the industry-adjusted investment rate. And the last, the study excludes the influence of CFO and other managers on the company's cash holding. From the limitation of the study, future research is expected to cover the shortcomings of this research. Here are the references of this presentation. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for your time and attention.